When I looked at the numbers, the first month that we switched to Farmhand, I think we added 136 new members, and we're over 2,000 members now. At this point, it's like, as long as there's space at our location and as long as there's milk, like we can just keep growing. Before I knew what Farmhand was, I was thinking like, okay, at some point I'm going to have to hire like a virtual assistant. I just felt that pain point pretty hard for a while, where it was like, something's got to give. And this is really cool. It's like, it's both things. It's the platform, it's the ordering platform, but also customer service. And I'm like, this is exactly what I need. And the fact that it's just seamless, I was immediately intrigued by that. We started in 2022, and our first week, I think it was like 50 gallons. It was very hands-on for me, but when we were small like that, that was great. And it was manageable. We have, well over 1,000 members at this point. I was having to manage, the software itself, orders. There was automations with that, but any changes or people are having trouble with anything, like I had to go in and do those changes and manage those things, credits, all of that. And then I also had to have a software that handled, sort of the customer service side. That was eye-opening for me. I was like, okay, we really need some solution here just so that I can kind of focus on the main things and, outsource some of those really simple things that add up. The more customers you're serving. Enter Farmhand, and y'all have been awesome. It's freed up a ton of my time. And as any business owner knows, that fills up immediately with other things. But it's the peace of mind of like, okay, I'm getting to things that we're taking a back burner and we can keep moving our business forward. And I know my customers are taken care of. I know they're in good hands. So it had built up to about 800 people. And the way we were managing that, the information that was captured through the other website was just name and email. So we had to create a form, and we'd send out this form that they'd have to fill out with, how many gallons do you want? Where are you located? All the pertinent information that we need. And then we had a massive spreadsheet, manual labor and time, just to get through the waiting list. We ended up adding a vast majority of those people, but I think just how burdensome that was, we definitely lost people. Farmhand has made it so easy where they can just go through the subscription process and join the waiting list, and it captures their gallons, their phone number, where they want to pick up, all the things. So then as soon as a spot's available, it's just automatic. And I've noticed as we've opened up space, our percentage of people that have jumped on is way better. With Farmhand, it's part of the automation. It's pitched to the customer as they're coming through the process, like, hey, do you want to add these things on? And I've noticed a huge uptick in our yogurt sales, really just having the professionalism of a platform like Farmhand. It's so easy. All you have to do is just go to this site, go to this link, sign up. And then if you want to change anything, or if you need to cancel or skip an order, you just text this number. I think that piece really sets us apart as well. Not only the text communications, the ease of that, but also the newsletter, that's a built-in piece, the marketing side of Farmhand that's just built into the system. You guys remind me and bug me to, we're going to do your newsletter. As a busy owner, those things are huge too, because you just get so caught in the weeds, and to have somebody just reminding you to just keep those touch points with your customers, to keep that communication consistent, and the support in doing that. I think that's really helped as well, just with retention. And I think there's that trepidation of by delegating something, I'm going to lose touch with my customers. There's going to be a breakdown somewhere where they don't feel that authenticity anymore, or, those kinds of things that I was worried about. Actually, we're getting to the point where I'm not serving the customers with my very best because it's too much. It's too much for one person. So it's that freedom of delegating where I'm like, I think our customers are actually getting much better service now that they have, just the ease of this platform. They still have access to us, but I'm freed up to make those real connections, I guess, because I'm not bogged down in the weeds, I would say I admittedly was fearful about it, but I think it's honestly been the biggest blessing. We're really positioned for growth. So I think having this piece dialed and taken care of, the sky's the limit. We can continue to grow, and I don't have to worry about, I need to hire a call center. Grow until we get to the limit of how many cows we want to milk. I'm excited. We might expand and add, maybe cream and butter at some point, other yogurt flavors. And it's really just so easy. Just upload it on the website. and roll. Like I said, I just would encourage farmers like me. I know it's hard to make a change, but this one is definitely, I think it's really a no-brainer. The mental energy that has been freed up for me is incredible. And, there's just something to be said for that. It's kind of that concept of putting your oxygen mask on first. If you as the farmer are dying because you're just exhausted and spread so thin, at some point that is going to trickle down to your customers. That is going to impact the work that you do.